This
So once
conference will
again,
now be recorded.
we'll start the demo. See, so before going to straight away directly SAP MM, so the ERP. The ERP is the enterprise resource planning. Okay, so the SAP is also one of the ERP. So a lot of ERP packages already in the market. The now right now the boom is for SAP. So we have a lot of customers globally is capturing SAP because we have some lot of advantage compared to other ERP. As every company. So you take any one company. So the company contains the different departments here. So what are the different departments? So one is a purchase department. The second one is a sales department. The third one is like a production planning department. Fourth one is a quality management department. The fifth one is like a finance department here. Finance department. And sixth one like HR department. Here a lot of other departments is there. So every department, okay, so they will perform their day-to-day responsibilities, right? Purchasing department, they will purchase the materials from the different vendors or suppliers. The sales department only they will focus on the sales and production planning. So they will produce the new materials. Quality management department. So whatever the materials we are receiving from the vendors or suppliers, they will check the quality. Or in-house production materials also they will check the quality. So up to the quality it is there, then I'll accept or they will reject the materials, the partially accepting. So these are all the quality management department here. The finance department, these people will they separate like a work at a company core level. So I can say they will take the profit and loss statements and day to day they will give the liabilities to the vendors and they will collect the liabilities from the customers. And HR department like human resources. So they will like pay the salaries. Okay, so like for different employees, they will run the payrolls as well as if any employees left the company, so on that they are going to recruit to the employees for the organization. So this everybody knows here. Okay, so see here for SAP, as you know, if you give the small introduction about the SAP, founded in 1972 by five former IBM employees. So SAP is a German product. The abbreviation of SAP is a system application product in data processing. Okay, they started, but they researched more than 20 years on this product. Now this came into the market in 2001. So in 2001 to up to 2009, okay, it is captured more number of customers. If you see the SAP graph here, but before 2009, everybody knows the SAP is a very costly product. So we are not able to offer. Only it is for big MNCs. So who's having like a lot of okay, so transactions they are only can able to offer about this SAP. But after that, the trend has been changed from 2009 onwards. So you can say it is a more than decade. The SAP is holding the same position, and every year the SAP is going to increase the new customers here. So because of the new innovations, new ideas. Okay, so we have strong advantages in SAP. So now this SAP is 2016 is coming to the market with SB4HANA. That also we'll discuss here. So first of all, advantages or other ERPs, we have good integration between one department to another department, like communication. And the second one, in SAP, we are mapping. The mapping is most important factor here. So you can implement SAP for all the industries, like a pharma industry, chemical industry, the manufacturing industries, like automobile industries, process industries. Okay, so oil and gas, every industry you can implement SAP. Because whenever we are mapping with the SAP as a ERP, maximum 80 to 85% we can able to map. Only the 15 to 20% the customization is required. The customization means so whatever the provision is asking by the client. Okay, so if it is available, so we no need to do customization, right? If it is not available, so we need to sit with the technical people and we need to customize here. So this, suppose if you take Oracle, so more than 50, so 50 to 60 only way, maximum you can have to map here. The 40% of the customization is there here. Okay, so this customization percentage is very less in an SAP here. Okay, there is second advantage, and third, we can maintain different languages here. So many languages you can maintain SAP product. So globally, SAP is a global product. So suppose if any person, suppose French person is there, if you see the text in French data, so you can easily can able to understand, right? So this is also one of the advantages. And apart from this, we have best system landscape and good data security. So now SAP is capturing, even though for small scale industries also, you can observe globally. So more than 70% of customers are using SAP. Okay, so these are all overall history of the SAP. So basically the SAP is going to divide into two kind of segments here. Okay. So one is the technical modules, another one is functional modules here. Now coming to the technical and coming to the functional modules here. So what are the technical and what are the functional modules are available in SAP here? Okay. Basically SAP is going to divide into two kind of segments, technical as well as functional modules. So now, so what are the technical modules are available here? The technical modules are like ABAP and BASIS, the BIBW. And coming to the functional modules, so we have MM and SD, sales and distribution, and finance and control, PICO, and PP, production planning, and QM, quality management, and plant maintenance, PS. So we have different kind of modules are available here. So even though after completion of my engineering and I have some more than 6.5 years domain experience, but I'm little bit confused whether I need to go for technical and functional modules. Now, as per today's agenda, it is clear. So which module is suitable for means which person is okay. You need to choose for which module, whether technical and functional modules. You will understand here. So if you want to understand, so basically, so this if you want to execute any kind of project here, if any kind of project here, so what you need to so basically we have four kind of projects you need to understand here. So one is a implementation project, second one is support, third one is rollout, and fourth one is upgradation here. So any kind of project if you want to handle, both your technical and functional modules are required here. So without technical, functional can also cannot execute the project, or okay. So without functional or technical people also cannot execute the project here. So this already you have gone through this record. Okay. So no problem. So once again, see here the technical as well as functional modules. Okay, so now straight away the functional people, all the functional people will call as a front end office, and technical people will call as a back end office here. Okay, so what exactly our work here? So as a consultant, what we need to do? We need to understand. So here these function as a functional module. So any kind of functional modules, we need to gather the requirement from the client here. So what the client exactly is looking here. So we need to gather the requirement, and based on this requirement you need to prepare the function specification document. Okay, we need to give to your technical people and they are going to change in the system here. So this is a major role. I think already you've gone through this complete okay record. So let me start only the like what exactly our module here. Okay, yes, I forgot actually this, only we need to discuss about SAP here. Okay, you've gone through the record one, right? Now what exactly the SAP here? So SAP so basically the module is going to divide into three parts here. The first one is the purchase part here. The second one is the inventory management here. And third one is invoice here. Okay. The complete core module is going to divide into three parts: purchasing, inventory, and invoice. So this purchasing part here, the purchasing part, so we need to discuss. Okay, so how you are going to purchase, from which vendors we need to purchase the materials. Completely, the module is closely integrated with the purchasing department. As you know, every company, so we have different departments, different user departments. The module is closely integrated with the purchasing department. So day to day, for any user department, okay, so from different departments, you will get the requirement here. I require this material, I require this material, this much quantity and all. So once it will reach to this in domain term, we'll call as an indent document. So in SAP, we'll call as a purchase requisition. So this document, in this document, it will explains. So this material I required on this particular so date here. So the purchasing department of so they will discuss with the vendors and they will discuss with the legal terms and conditions from when they require the material. So what is the price of the material? So what is the discount they are giving? So finally they will finalize. So we need to create the order. So based on the company order, the vendors are going to dispatch here. So before going to start the purchasing, completely the core module is in three parts. The purchasing part. Initially, we'll start with the organization data. So we'll start with the training with the organization data. So what exactly the organization data? The organization data which related to like as a MM module. So in real time, the organization data, not only the MM, other modules also responsible like SD, FICO, basis people. But in our training system, we'll discuss all the organization data, how to set up the organization data. And coming to our MM, so we need to define the plants, copy the plants, and maintain the store locations, purchase organizations, and purchase groups. So this organization data is only one-time setup. So at the time of organization data, we'll discuss what are exactly the plant parameters. So what are the operations in the store locations? So what is purchase organization, what is purchase group, and all we'll discuss in organization data. Then second one is the master data. Okay, the second one master data, which is the most important data in the SAP project here. The master data is plays a vital role in the project. So this master data is also module to module. You can observe the different master data. Like suppose if you MM, so what is our master data? Like a metal master, vendor master, info record, source list, condition records. So this master data generally we have a lot of master data will be there, right? So if you observe thousands of records will be there. So manual creation it is not possible. But even though in training system, I will show you how to create manually, how to change, how to display, what are the tables for the master data. Because when you are working with the technical people, you should know about tables. In which table, what is the data? So you are not the end users. So if you want to become as a consultant, so you should know about each and every table of the organization data and master data. So when you are working with the technical peoples, so you need to explain like this table contains this particular data. So this master data, so we'll discuss what are the important fields in the each and every master data. And once again the SAP completely data is going to classify into organization data, master data, and transaction data. So we'll discuss about MM related master data, like how to define the master data, means how to create, change, display, and what are the important parameters of the master data. We'll discuss here. Okay, so this is a very important to define the master data here. So once we'll complete the master data, then we'll touch the transaction data here. The transaction data means now if you see here, if I want to define the master data in the system, the organization data should be presented in the system here. Without organization data, I cannot prepare any master data, right? So and if I want to perform the transition data in the system, definitely master data is a prerequisite. Master data and organization data is prerequisite here. Okay, this you'll understand. But finally, some people have domain experience, some people you don't have any like domain experience here. Okay, so but even though in our training session we'll consider you have some zero domain experience, I mean to say, but all will repeat here. So initially what is purchasing or procurement, and what are the okay different parameters we need to consider while you are purchasing, and basically what are the document types is there. Okay, so how to set up the document types, what is internal purchasing, what is the external purchasing. Okay, and at the same time we'll discuss all the business process procedures here. Okay, so once we'll finish all this org data, master data, and once we'll reach the transition data, so we will discuss about different business process procedures here. The SAP MM basically in the purchasing data. So what are the business process procedures so we are going to deal, like a standard procurement, consignment procurement, pipeline procurement, okay, stock transport orders, which is MMSD integration, like inter and intercompany stock transport orders. Okay, and like outline agreements. In outline agreements also we have contract and schedule agreement. So globally we'll discuss all the business process procedures. But whenever you go for the client, no client may not perform all these business process procedures. Maybe they will only some 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 example. But in our training schedule, we'll discuss all the global like 11 to 12 business process procedures is there. So all we'll discuss in our training session here. This is the most important. Okay, so before that we'll give you, we'll have all this knowledge like organization data, master data, transition data, then only we are eligible to run this different business process procedures. This is about completely purchasing part. Now we'll reach to inventory here. So every like inventory means in SAP, okay, if we go to the godown, like in domain knowledge, okay, we can say as a godowns. In SAP we will call as a store locations. The store locations, some store locations, some like clients they want to manage with the warehouse. The warehouse locations and store locations are where we are going to keep the materials. Okay, day to day we'll perform the inventory activities here. So example, you created a purchase order to the vendor. The vendor will directly dispatch goods. So how the system, the user, so like your inventory people is there, like inventory supervisor or clerk, he will receive physically the goods. So whenever he received, he will enter the goods receipt in the system, like GR. GR means goods receipt in SAP. The same way, goods issue. So if I want to issue, it means wherever the materials in store location level, day to day we are receiving the different materials from the vendors. So we are keeping the stocks. Okay. So these stocks, suppose I want to issue for production purpose or consumption purpose, we need to do goods issue. And at the same time, each and every plant I have multiple store locations. Okay, so in one store location, I'm going to keep some raw materials. In another store location, I'm going to keep some semi-finished materials, like finished materials, finished store somewhere else here. Okay, the physical different store locations we are going to maintain under the plan is completely the business. So we'll define. So when you go for the implementation project, the client will define will inform you. So we have these many plants, we have in each and every these many store locations, like that the data will be given by the client. So based on the client requirement, you are going to define the different store locations. In this store location to store locations, if you want to move the stock, so we need to do as a stock transfer here. ST means stock transfer, so physical movement of the material from one store location to another store location. Goods receipt means we are receiving the goods from the vendor. Goods issue means we are need to issue goods to the customers. Sorry, goods issue to internally. Even the customers also will issue. Stock transfer means physical movement of the material from one store location to another store location. So what is the transfer posting? The transfer posting means in stock transfers we can observe physically the metal is going to move here. In stock transfers, sorry, in the transfer postings we are moving logically from one stock type to another stock type here. Okay, as you know, every stores you can observe we have different stock types are available, like unrestricted use, quality inspection, or block stock. This is a restricted stock here. So where in stock transfer physically movement and transfer posting means logically, how it is logically means, so over a period of time. So sometimes you observe unrestricted, what kind of materials we are keeping unrestricted. So already quality is checked here, so it is ready to use the stock here. Example, you received some long back, suddenly suppose you are the like storage supervisor, you observe this materials is not up to the quality, again you want to recheck. So what you will do, you'll remove the materials from the unrestricted in the same store location. The material is not going to out of the stores here, out of the gate of the store location. So you are going to keep the materials in the quality inspection. Okay, you want to recheck the quality. So these are the example for the transfer posting. Logically the material is going to move here. And we have some reservations here. So reservations is also one of the physical inventory activity. So suppose we all are working in the same stores or warehouse. Suppose if I reserved, so when I reserve, the system is going to generate the reservation number. With this reservation, to it is a notification to you people, means other people who are working in the same store here. A particular user is reserved the stock. So with this reservation, okay, the stock is not going to decrease here. The system is going to generate the reservation number on the particular day. So means finally, what is meant by reservation? We are booking the okay, stock for the future purpose here. Okay, so in advance here, it's called reservation. Okay, so as per the reservation, okay, so you can observe notification to other users here. Next, physical inventory. This is also one of the important inventory transaction. So even though if you implemented SAP, sometimes stock mismatches will be happened here. Means not always for all the materials. So rarely it will happen here. So we need to correct the inventory by doing the physical inventory activities here. The physical inventory activities will be carried at store location level as well as warehouse level. Okay, so the user what he will do, even though the clients are implemented SAP, so sometimes it will happen. So maybe different reasons. Instead of instead of one location, he is keeping other locations. In system, it is showing the stock physically. The stock may not be equal stock. So or okay, so we have various reasons is there. You can due to some weather conditions. So whenever this, if you want to run the physical inventory, so it will not will complete it in 1 day or 2 days. So we have a lot of materials in the stores, right? As we discussed here. So so they will take some number of materials and they will go for the physical inventory process. So we need to, so what exactly the physical inventory in system, how much material, how much quantity is showing each and every material, they will take the print of the physical inventory document and they will go inside and they will count the stock physically. So how much we are getting, so whether we are getting equally, no problem. In system, some material it is showing 100 kg. Physically also we have 100 kg, no problem. It is equal stock here. Sometimes some stocks you may get less stock here. So compared to system stock, physical stock is less. This is called loss inventory. Sometimes system stock you will get more than the system stock is physically. It is called gain inventory. So whenever you post automatically, your quantity and value will be automatically updated. So you can inform to your manager due to the physical inventory we got loss or gain here. The two automatic movement types also will be generated. So these are all the inventory operations. Okay, so once we'll complete the purchasing part, then we'll come to the inventory. In the inventory management, so day to day we need to observe the goods receipts. All the inventory locations, this all the inventory activities will be performed like goods receipts, goods issue, stock transfer, transfer posting, reservation, physical inventory process here. And next invoice. So these are the major part. And coming to invoice here, mostly some transaction invoice here. Okay, like whenever you are receiving the material from the vendors. Okay, so in your vendor, the what the vendor will do, so vendor will give us the invoice copy. So based on the vendor invoice, so we need to prepare because the vendor is vendor invoice is in is format, right? In my SAP system I need to create invoice. So this invoice will go to our internal FI and they will pay to the vendor here. So for that you need to create some debit memos, and sometimes you need to create credit memo also. Credit memo means suppose we received the material from the vendor, already we paid. Later you will observe some materials are not up to the quality, so you recheck the quality and you return the stock. The vendor is not able to adjust, that time you can create credit memo. Credit memo means reverse of invoice here. The vendor has to give to the company. Generally the company has to pay to the vendor. So like that here you need to understand how to debit and credit, and how to block the vendor, how to block the invoice, and how to release the blocked invoices. So this is the invoice related transaction. Only transaction invoice you need to understand. But these two are the major parts. But this core module, however, this core module is not enough to get into the industry. The only the core part of purchasing and inventory and invoice complete our module. So anywhere you can observe the is the only these three major parts. Purchasing, in purchasing part we are going to discuss about the org data, master data, and transaction, different business procedures, inventory operations, invoice operations here. So this is a core module, as I told you. So only like some 0 to 6 months of expense or 1 year of expense it is eligible to get in the industry. But however we are keeping some 2 to 3 years of experience. Okay, and you are showing at least 2 to 3 projects. So this core module, and first of all in the SAP industry, so there is no like openings for the freshers or 0 to 6 or 1 year experience. Okay, so in this case here what you need to do, so you need to understand about the integration here. Okay, so integration of the module with other modules here. So if you come to the integration, so module is going to integrate with other modules like MMSD. So we have a topic called a stock transport order here. Okay, this stock transport order. So basically in SAP we have two kind of stock transport orders is there. So one is intra-company stock transport order, another one is a inter-company stock transport order. Intra and inter-company stock transport orders is there here. So in this in real time, this intra and inter-company stock transport order. Okay, so one plant to another plant here. But in real time, the SD people is going to maintain all these config steps. But we have only less number of config steps is there. But just now I told you, so when you are going for the market, suppose after completion of the training, you are keeping the profiles in this. No, okay, so now we are wherever else here. Okay, so once you are getting the calls, so definitely they will expect because you are showing in your profile some 3 to 4 years of experience. Okay, at least you have some 2 3 years of experience, or you maintain some 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 projects. So you will expect from the SD step here. So in our training session, we'll discuss wherever the like SD relevant config steps. In this MMSD integration, you will understand about some of SD module, like what is customer, how to create the customer, what is shipping point, how to determine the shipping point determination. Okay, so what is the importance of delivery type and all, you will understand here. MMSD integration. MM module is going to integrate with all other modules. And we have MMPP integration is also there. MMPP, we have an area called MRP. So basically the MRP is going to divide into three parts: MRP and MPS and CBP. This MRP and MPS, master production schedules and material requirement planning, purely handled by the production people. But only one, the CBP, so we need to integrate with the production people here. The CBP means consumption based planning. The CBP again will be divided into three parts like reorder point, and time based and forecast based planning. So this MMPP, we have a lot of advantage with the MMPP. As we discussed in a stores or warehouses, we have a lot of materials, thousands of materials. Every time the user no need to go and check. Okay, so what are the materials is required for the next week production and all. So if you implement the MRP settings, okay, in the SAP system, when you run the MRP, when the user will run the MRP, the system automatically gives your procurement and production proposals how much we require here. This is also one of the important topics, but in CBP area, we'll integrate with the production people. And we have MMQM integration is also there. MM module is going to integrate with your QM module. MMQM integration. Okay. So when we are receiving the materials, so what are the materials we are receiving to our stores? The quality management people, so definitely they will check the quality parameters. So whether we need to accept the material, okay, whether we need to reject the material or partially accepted. So to check this quality parameters, how the system came to know this particular material. So initially in master data will define here. So in this MMQM integration, we'll discuss what are the materials need to go for the quality, which materials the quality is not required. This MMQM integration you need to understand. And apart from this MMQM, so we need to understand about MM and okay is finance module, MM and FICO module. So we have a topic called automatic account animation. This is also one of the important topic here. So in automatic account animation, whenever the user will runs the different inventory activities here, so different inventory activities, okay, like goods receipt or goods issue or stock transfer, transfer postings, the system automatically picks the GL account, suitable GL account. So for this FI side, they will maintain some config steps. For MM side, we need to maintain some config steps. So when the inventory transactions are going on, so automatically the system has to go for the stock account or consumption account. So this is also one of the important topic. And apart from this, we have MMWM integration is also there. MM module is going to integrate with your WM module here. Okay, so the warehouse management module here. So this in MM module, we are going to deal up to only store location level. But some clients, the store like the store location, they want to with the warehouse number here, the warehouse structure here. So we have a lot of advantage with the warehouse number, okay, with the warehouse structure. So the warehouse number, it is going to divide into different storage type sections, bins here. In if you see in up to store location level, so in system it is showing the stock, but sometimes it is like in store location level, so it is showing, but a user to identify the material, it will take a lot of time, because sometimes it is very difficult to the users to find the material location up to store location level. So if we implement the WM, nowadays most of the industries they are using with WM transactions. In system, whatever the storage bin it is showing, the same way the physically stock is also available. Like the warehouse will be divided into different storage type sections, bins here. So this WM operations, but at least we'll have integration. And you visited so many supermarkets, you can observe, okay, and where exactly the suppose if you want to procure a shampoo, directly you will go to the shampoo rack, right? So this is the way you can identify exactly where the location of the material. And apart from this, we have a lot of advantage with the WM. So we'll see in MMWM integration. So apart from this integrations, we have some procedures like a pricing procedure, which is also one important topic for the MM module. So the MM means purchasing. When you are purchasing the materials, so different conditions are floating here. Like we need to maintain the gross price. Okay, some how much discount the vendor is providing, and what is the freight charges, means delivery charges. So all these conditions we need to make automatic. The user, whenever he created the PO, the system automatically picking the this pricing structure. So this is also one of the important topic as a pricing procedure. And apart from this, we have some batch management. Nowadays, most of the industries, most of the materials we are using the batch management. We have a lot of advantage with the batch management. This batch management is also one of the important topics. With the help of this batch management, so not only the MM module, other modules also need to understand about the batch management like SD modules, the PP and the QMWM modules need to understand about the batch management. And apart from this, we have split evaluation. So the split evaluation is a concept. Some materials only will purchase from external. Some materials will purchase from in-house here. But some will produce in-house production. But some materials, whenever you required, you will procure externally. At the same time, we can purchase. We will produce internal only. For this, we need to activate the split evaluation. This is also one concept is there. And release procedure. Release procedure means approval process here. For every company, they are using approval process here. So the purchasing department, we have different hierarchy like purchase executive, senior purchase executive, or purchase manager, okay, or GM purchase. So we have different hierarchy. So we are going for the approval process. Suppose the purchase executive is assistant purchase manager, okay, assistant purchase is going to create. So we'll give some certain limit. If it is more than that limit, your senior manager need to release here. This approval process for only MM module. So we need to do the approval process here. Like we have some small topics also will be there. But apart from this, in our training session, so we'll discuss purely about S by 4 HANA. Okay, after ECC. So nowadays, here S by 4 HANA. So since from 2016, the SAP is coming with the S by 4 HANA here. So what is the S by 4 HANA? The SAP is developed their own database here. So before 2016, So here the SAP in the ECC still so many customers are using ECC. Almost 80% customers still using ECC. But now slowly, so they are all the ECC customers also they are migrating to SB HANA. So what is SB HANA and what is ECC also you need to understand. ECC means Enterprise Central Component. Okay. In ECC you can use any database like any database means Oracle, okay, or Linux, Sybase databases here. But SAP in 2016, instead of as a global leader, I don't want to depend any third-party database. The SAP is developed their own database that is HDB here, HDB database here. So this HDB database here, so with the SB for on a system, so we have a lot of advantages there. Means process time is reduced. Okay, and second one, query apps is there here in SB for on. Query apps means we are using some smart mobiles, right? So in smart mobiles, what you are using, we are using some food related apps, transportation related apps here. The same like SB for on a system. Okay, so with the Fury apps, on the fly you can run the transactions here, like any electronic gadgets. Okay, like you're using some PC or like any tablets, you can operate this SAP here. And apart from this, we have a lot of advantage for to ECC and SB HANA, but still up to 2027. So who are in the existing customers, the SAP is announced like within more next 4 to 5 years. So all the ECC customers need to migrate to SB HANA. Now fresh implementations is happening in the SB HANA system only. Okay, so because of this, the new people, so your training will be in ECC. We'll complete the ECC, then we'll see the simplification in the SB HANA system also. Because SB HANA is mandatory in further. So there is no direct implementation in ECC right now since from 2016. So all the systems are SB HANA. So even though why you can ask me a question, why still ECC we need to learn here? Because you have lot of there are only 20-25 customers only is in SB HANA. Now more than okay, this 70 to 80% customers still in ECC. So it is opportunity whenever in the migration project you should know about ECC and SB HANA. And finally, coming to ECC and SB HANA, these are a business shoot. For the functional module never changes because MM operations or SD operations, the core module is never changes. And also you okay, so as a function consultant, it is not much different in ECC and SB HANA. The process will be same here. Okay, and apart from this, definitely I'll explain some real in some real time topics here. Real time topics like the initially we have some project different projects like so implementation, support, rollout, upgradation, and migration. These kind of projects. What exactly our roles and responsibilities as a consultant? What are the parameters we need to do? So these we'll discuss in detailed manner in real time classes. And apart from this, we'll discuss some system landscape, which is also important here. So now here two kinds you need to understand. Getting into the industry is one challenge, and surveying the industry also the second challenging here. Okay. So after getting the industry also, if you want to survey the real-time classes is most important, like system landscape. Okay, and this project related oriented classes. Okay, and as you know, most of the candidates once you will go to the market, once you will keep your profiles, so you will tag to support project here. So we'll discuss in our training session mostly into the support project. Okay, so how to handle the support project, what are the ticketing tools we are using, so how to get the ticket, how to give the solutions, what kind of tickets we are getting. So this is about support related projects we'll discuss here. And apart from this, I'll explain at least two business blueprints here. These business blueprints are most important. Like anyone, two companies here, I have good business blueprint is there. Okay, so these business blueprint we'll discuss in detail. Okay, so like how the we start the org structure, how to set up the master data. So two business blueprint I will show you. So in this, okay, after completion of this, the initial core part and integrations, and after this process, and after the SB HANA, so this business blueprint will help you. So whenever you go for the project here, how in the detailed manner you can understand. So this is from my side, Akash, Bihanta, and Sindhu. Please let me know if any open questions in your mind. So please discuss with me.
Rajesh, it was like it was exactly what I'm looking for, like the in-depth knowledge of MM. Actually, so one
Okay.
question, like when we are going for an interview, the interviewer are generally looking for people who are into implementation or like not from support much, I would say. Like they're very not much interested, like what I've noticed. So when we are going to say like since I don't have much experience on I don't have actually experience on much. So I'm going to say that I have 2.5 or 3 years of experience. So like in that case, I have to be confident, and I have to tell them like I have to know the really like what kind of project I did. So will you help us in that way so that
Yeah,
it
yeah,
will
yeah.
build a confidence? Yeah.
Yeah, understood your maybe even though it
Yeah.
is like whatever the experience you have, some rich experience only 2.5, but you didn't get the opportunity in Tech Mahindra. Okay, so
Yeah.
that is actually depends upon like the project also.
Mhm.
Definitely in my real-time classes, like in implementation project, different phases we'll discuss in my real-time classes. Okay, so what are the questions we need to ask in questionnaire and database? So, and one more thing here, this is most important task here. Okay, so getting the industry is okay, no problem. However, it will done. But after getting the industry, the survey is also important. So that's what we are adding system landscape, like what is development, quality, production. So what are the servers is there in development server, what we need to do, in quality server, what we need to do, production server, what we need to do. So these are all the topics we'll be discussing real time topics here. Okay, so definitely will help you and project relevant stuff, as well as have some documents I will share with you. So which definitely will help. So because of this standard SAP, okay, anybody anywhere you can able to learn. But these are the topics. Okay, you need to understand the SB for HANA simplification. What are the changes is happened from ECC to SB for HANA, and this real time topics is most important. Okay, behind.
Yeah, Rajesh. Thank you.
Okay. What about Akash and Sindhu? Do you have any open questions? Please, yeah, Akash, please let me know. I'm not able to hear you, Akash. Maybe on issue, your mic is open, but I'm not able to hear you. So if you want any write any, you can put in a chat box also.
Yeah, Rajesh, I am not
Yeah.
having any doubts as of now. Maybe
Okay.
once we get into the training, maybe I'll be asking few questions.
No, 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 not issue, not issue,
Yeah,
madam. So,
yeah,
okay, no problem. Once you'll come to the roles, definitely okay, you can ask me any question, not only but anybody. So you can ask me. Don't not issue.
yeah.
But I handle a couple of batches. Don't worry. So this is actually the MM is like a very good module compared to all the function modules. But here, see, you are very new to. So already you have some ERP experience. So you are not new to the business, but it's a new module. Okay, and the SAP skills are new, but initially some little bit practice is required, not only from you, okay, anybody also, but the practice is required. So you need to take you need to drag your time. So initially for initial